Hi, I'm Emma Dovey and I play goal defence and defence.
2014 Netball Superleague trophy.
That's what you dream of, isn't it? What you put all those hours in for? Why you come to training early in the morning and late at night for those moments?
Well, I am absolutely delighted to be joined by Emma Dovey. She has played her entire senior playing career at Manchester Thunder. She's helped the franchise to all three of their wins in 2012, 2014 and 2019. And she's been captain since 2016. Emma, it's so wonderful to see you. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Good to be back.
Well, I've actually heard that you've got a bit of an announcement for us. So look, over to you. What have you got to tell us?
I am officially, after 13 years, announcing my retirement from Thunder and from netball.
No! No, we can't believe it. And Thunder fans around the country will be shedding a little tear at the moment. Emma, talk us through that decision and how you got to where you are now.
Well, I've been debating it for the year, thinking, is it my time? And then I found out the week after the end of the season last year that I'm actually pregnant. So it made the decision quite a lot easier.
Oh, wow. Well, look, huge congratulations to you. What amazing news. And all right, we'll give you that. That is a good enough reason to leave Manchester Thunder because certainly I feel like you've got a lot more to give. You know, how old are you now? You're 30.
30, yeah, I'm getting on.
Young gun. So obviously we're so gutted to see you go, but I'm absolutely delighted for you. I'm sure everyone will want to pass on their congratulations. So let's take this moment, Emma, to have a think about you and your incredible career. So I want to know if you can remember the first senior game that you played for Manchester Thunder.
I don't know if it was the first one. I just think the league was very different back then, I think. So I was just going and playing. And I don't remember if it was the first game, but it was definitely one of the first few. And obviously Mike Greenwood was the coach back then. And it was away in Bath and I was marking Pam Cookie and I was only like 17. And he took me off at half time and I remember clear as anything, he said to me, I had to take you off then. You were like a lamb to the slaughter. I didn't want your confidence to drop. But that is all I remember from that first season and a lot of losses. We were not the best in that first league.
And how do you feel about Thunder now? Because obviously the club's grown, your career has grown with that. What are your highlights from playing for the club?
I think my highlights have got to be winning, obviously the 3 times that I've won. But I would say my main highlight is the first time we won in 2012. I think because in previous years we had taken some quite big defeats. And I think that year it was kind of just expected that it would be the same. And then all of a sudden we were in the final and we were winning it. Whereas I think after that, the momentum and the kind of mindset at Thunder changed. And now we expect to be in the top 4 every year. We expect to be in the final. And we're going out there to win it. But I felt like in that year, we kind of wasn't. We were just going and taking each game. And I think it was such a shock and surprise when we won. That, yeah, I'd say that's my biggest highlight.
And can you explain those feelings? Like what went on inside?
I just remember, and we talk about it all the time, it was me and Laura was on the line at wing defence and goal defence. And we looked over to each other with like a minute to go and we were like, I think we've done it. And we were like, no, we've not, keep going. There's like a minute left. And I can't even remember the score, but I remember us just looking and just like nodding to each other like, oh my God, we've actually done it. And it was just amazing.
And then, of course, you became captain in 2016. Did you see that coming?
No, not at all, to be honest. I think that year we lost quite a few players. And I think we were more just focusing on what the squad was actually going to look like. But obviously it was a huge honour for me to be captain and then remain for the 4 years after that.
And what do you think that being the captain of one of the very best teams in the country has taught you about leadership? What have you taken from that role?
I think definitely being honest with people, and also just approaching people differently, depending on who they are, their personalities, and just recognising that everybody is an individual. And I feel like in the Netball League, the age range is so wide that you're dealing with kind of 16, 17-year-olds as well as 35, 36-year-olds. So it is quite a big age range. So just trying to approach everything a little bit differently.
Well, look, this is why I say 30's nothing, because we've spoken on the podcast, the old wise one, at the very young age of 30. I've got a quote here from Karen Gregg. She says, Emma has been irreplaceable at Thunder. She comes out with tips and interceptions when others least expect it. And that is certainly something that I have noticed many people have said about you, is that you're possibly slightly understated. So people take their eye off you. They're not always keyed into exactly where you are. And that's where you come from. Is that something you've tried to hone over the years?
I suppose so. I think I don't really notice that I do that. I come away from games and go, oh, I didn't do this today. I didn't get any tips. I didn't get any intercepts. And then people go, no, yeah, you did. And then the stats come through and I go, oh yeah, I actually got quite a lot today. But in my head, I don't really see them. I just kind of take each game. And I think I'm probably my own biggest critic. I never think I've played well, or very, very rarely. So if I think I've played well, I've usually been like amazing, because it only happens like once a year.
Well, we've seen you play well on countless occasions. Did you have any aims when you first joined the Super League franchise? Was there anything that you really wanted to achieve?
Not at all at the start. To be honest, as a youngster, I never really got selected for county. I was always in like development squads, and then it was just Mike Greenwood one year asked me to come and play. And like I said, the league was very different back then, a lot less professional than it is now. But I just kind of went and played and didn't really think much of it. I just thought it was like another club team. And then before you know it, you're playing on Sky Sports. So yeah, I think through that, we then obviously my biggest aim was to win the league. And then I think once you've won it once and you've got that feeling, it's just to keep bettering yourself and keep trying to win.
Well, look, I did a little bit of research on you before this interview, and you have said previously that you wanted to win the league as captain.
Oh, I think I do remember saying that, actually.
There you go. You've absolutely done that. So you've smashed your own targets, which is wonderful. And I think you're a real role model to other players and younger players coming through. That's really important. And actually, you didn't love netball to begin with, did you? You weren't like, yeah, netball's the one for me.
No, I was forced into it by my mum. And if it wasn't for being forced into it, I would not be playing now.
Well, look, we're so glad that your mum did that. So glad. We've talked about the good times, but I want to know about the tough times, particularly for other netballers that are coming through, because people look at your career and think, gosh, she's just gone like this, from thing to thing on a huge slope upwards. Is that true, or are there things that have been difficult that you've had to overcome?
I think from a young age, it was quite difficult. Like I said, I never really got selected for things like county. As a youngster, I was always in the development squads. So as a young age, that was obviously really tough. But then I've actually, fingers crossed so far, been very lucky with my netball. And I think we've always from that first season, I've actually played majority of games, which as a 17-year-old nowadays is obviously happening less and less. But I think I've always been quite lucky that I have played quite a lot, and I have got court time, and I've not had that someone's been in that position and I've had to be fighting for that position all the time. And I mean, you are fighting for a position every single year, no matter who's in the squad. But I've not had that time on the bench as other people have. So I think I've been really lucky in that sense. But I think everyone goes through tough times with injuries and little setbacks in your life. And I think obviously you just got to overcome them and keep trying to better yourself.
And of course, Emma, you are a PE teacher as well. What do your kids think about seeing you on Sky Sports?
Oh, they usually just laugh at me, to be honest. They always say either, why didn't you put some tan on? Why didn't you do your hair? Why does your hair look so scruffy? That's all I get.
Do you think that netball has helped you in your professional and personal life?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think it's obviously helped you grow your confidence as a person. But I just think it is kind of my life. It has been my life for the last 13 years plus. And I think obviously now it is going to be very different to adjust to life away from it. I am hoping for a bit more spare time, but maybe not for very long.
Yeah, maybe not for too long. I feel that, Debbie and the rest of the girls at Manchester Thunder will be expecting you to be on the sideline shouting louder than anyone else. Is that where we're going to see you?
Yeah, I think my mum and dad have already texted and said, we're going to Fast Fives. Are you coming? So, yeah, I think my mum and dad will be there every single week. So I'll definitely be there with them supporting.
Do you see any kind of future within netball? Would you like to go into coaching? Will you stay in touch with Thunder?
I think at the minute I want a break away from, I wouldn't want to go into coaching or anything like that. I'll never say never, but at the minute, obviously I've spent a lot of my life at netball, but I will still be obviously a massive Thunder fan. I'll probably be there every single week. So in that sense, no, I won't stay involved at the minute in netball in a coaching capacity or anything like that, but I'll still obviously be involved in Thunder in some capacity for.
Well, that's good to hear. Look, there's a role for you as number one fan. Absolutely.
I'll be on that drum next year. Or maybe Thunder Bear.
Let's get you inside that mascot. It's where we want to see you. I think that you've always enjoyed playing to the Thunder crowd. And in this interview, I would like to give you the opportunity to say to those fans, how you found the last few years and what you've got from them in the stadiums.
Yeah, I think from me, really, I just want to say like a massive thanks to all the fans, because I think not just for supporting Thunder as a franchise, but for supporting me as a person as well. And I think we definitely have, and I know a lot of people say it, but we definitely have the best fans in the country. And I think there is nothing like playing at the Thunderdome when you have a full capacity crowd. It's just absolutely unbelievable. So, yeah, just a massive thanks for that, and keep on supporting.
Oh, keep on supporting. And we're going to keep going with the fields. What about the coaches and the support staff that you've had around you? You've been part of the setup for such a long time. Those people have been part of your life.
Yeah, massively. And like I said, like I've known Karen, Debbie, Tracy for years now. Obviously, Karen was captain when I first started playing at Thunder, but I think, again, just thanks to everyone who's been a part of the journey, because yes, I'm the person who's had to train, but without the support and the help from all of those people and the belief in me, I wouldn't be where I am today.
And it sounds like your family have played a really big part too.
Yes, number one fans.
Well, look, Emma, you're leaving. Let's get to the core of this. Tell us something that we don't know about Manchester Thunder. What happens on the bus? What's Karen Gregg really like? What's Debbie Hallis really like?
I'm definitely not going to go to what Karen and Debbie are really like. Bus is on the way down. to fixtures and buses on the way back from finals are two very different things. That's all I'm going to say.
Amazing. I would literally love to hear, or would I, what's going on?
No, you wouldn't.
Well, look, I've got some quick fire questions just to finish on. So, have a think, say what comes into your head. So over the years, who has been your biggest rival?
I'm going to go with Pam Cookie just from that first game.
Oh, nice. Yeah, some great matchups with Pam Cookie. Who has been your favourite defensive partnership?
I mean, I've just got to say Kerry, haven't I?
You've absolutely got to say Kerry. I can imagine her just eye rolling at the screen right now.
I've only had about 2 games with other people, so.
And what have you learned from Kerry? Because that has been such a long partnership. Obviously, she tried to retire. She didn't. Hey, it might happen to you. Who knows?
Well, not sure how much use I'll be with a large belly in come January or February, whenever the season starts. But no, I think it's been great working with Kerry, and I think having someone that's that consistent throughout the season, but also through 12 out the 30 or 11 out the 13 seasons. I think sometimes you forget how much of an impact that actually has and how much you just know each other's play. And I don't think I really realised that until Kerry retired, when you try and work with somebody else, that it is completely different.
Yeah, she's going to make some new partnerships for the new season, but she said that she's going to miss you so much. Who is your Nemesis team?
I'm going to go Team Bath.
Team Bath. Okay. Is that just long running rivalry?
Yeah, I just think they're always up there. Some other teams that we've had rivalries with maybe up and down, but Bath are always up there.
Do you have a netball nickname?
No, I don't think I do, really.
We need to shoehorn you on in quick before you leave. What won't you miss about training?
Traveling to training and traveling back when the motorways are always shut and it just takes forever.
Good times. Good times. And in terms of teammates on the court, who is the loudest on the court?
The loudest shouting at people, Kerry. The loudest supportive, Malks.
Nice choices. Who's the loudest off the court?
The loudest off the court, Elia.
And in terms of your other teammates, last sort of shout out really, is there anything that you'd want to say to the girls that you're playing with? And in particular, I really want to know this, what piece of advice would you pass on to the next Thunder captain?
So I think in terms of teammates, obviously I've had quite a lot over the seasons, but and I know I've said it to most of the girls already, but every single season, whoever has played, it is always one big Thunder family, and we all always get on. We all have a great time. We all get on off the court as well as on the court, and I think that's something really unique about Thunder. To the next Thunder captain, I'd just say good luck and please win this year.
So no pressure there then.
No.
And I guess the final word is really about talent, because as you say, you weren't spotted immediately, you kept going, you persevered, you're now a PE teacher. For other young girls that are watching this, for other Thunder players that are coming through, sometimes you have to bide your time. Like, what would you say about that?
Yeah, I think just hard work and persistence. Sometimes you do kind of think it's really hard. You have some tough weeks, you have some tough months, maybe you're really busy. You do miss out on a lot of social things. But it's always worth it in the end. And I think for those, you can see out on court for those people that are playing, what it means to them. And I think as soon as you play one match, you forget everything that's happened, all that hard work, all those things that you've missed, just completely go out the window as soon as you step foot on court.
Well, Emma, look, that is a beautiful place to leave it. Thank you so much for talking us through your career. We have loved watching every moment of you on courts. We really have. Thank you for the victories that you have brought to Thunder, for the time and energy that you've put in as well. We think you're a wonderful player. Congratulations on your news, and we are going to miss you so much.
Thank you very much.